Hi, my name is Gwen. I'm an instructor at Ping Recreation Center at Ohio University. Today I'm going to be leading you through a little bit of a stretch and stability class. So we're going to start with some dynamic warm-up type stretches into some more yoga-based stability stretches. And then we're going to end by holding some static stretches for about a minute each. So whenever you're ready, we're going to start by just doing some gentle neck rolls. Just ear to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. And we'll keep up with these for about 15 more seconds. If you find a spot that feels good, you can roll back and forth there. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna get into some ankle and wrist rolls. So start with your wrists. Just go back and forth. Stretch everything out. Gonna keep up with our wrists for about 5 more seconds. And then go ahead and roll your ankles out. We're gonna do each for about 15. Switch directions. Just go back and forth. And then go ahead and switch. And in about 5 seconds, we're gonna walk our feet out a little bit. Gonna bring our hands above us, and we're gonna stretch to one side and then to the other. You can put a little bit of a back bend here if you want to, if that feels good. So keep up with these. Gonna go for about 5 more seconds. And then we're gonna circle down, bring your hands to one foot and then the other, and then back up, and then we're gonna switch directions. So we're gonna keep up with these for about 30 seconds. Again, if you want to add a little back bend here in between, if that feels good, go for it. About 10 more seconds of these. And go ahead, bring yourself back up to the top. We're gonna walk our feet out just a tiny bit more and get into some side lunges. So make these nice and gentle. Just stretch out your inner thighs. You can pulse if you want to, whatever feels good. Gonna keep up with these for about 20 more seconds. And go ahead, we're gonna walk our feet in just a little bit. Going to sink down and open our hips up a little bit. Try and push a little bit on your knees if you can. If that doesn't work for you, you can plant your hands, bring yourself up a little bit, and just rock side to side. Wherever you are, we're going to stay here for about 20 more seconds. About 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to plant our hands and bring ourselves up to a forward fold. All right, go ahead. Put your hands on the floor, bring yourself up gently, and we're gonna hold this for about 30 to 40 seconds. You can swing back and forth. You can let your head hang completely. And stretch your back up a little bit. You wanna get into your shoulders. Whatever feels good here for you. So we're gonna stay here for about 20 more seconds. And then go ahead, we're going to walk our feet back into a downward dog. Up. And here you can pedal out your feet. You can bring one shoulder down, stretch out your shoulders. You can push one side and then to the other side to get into your obliques. Again, whatever feels good here for you. About 20 more seconds here. And then in about 5 seconds, we're gonna get into some downward dog and cobra switches. So go ahead and bring your torso down slowly, and you can stretch out your abs here. You can work your shoulders back, and then slowly bring your hips back up to the ceiling. And we're gonna work with these switches for about a minute. Do them nice and slowly, make them feel nice and stretchy. About 30 more seconds of these. All right, go ahead and walk your feet up to your hands. We are going to straighten ourselves back up slowly into another hip opener. We're gonna bring our knee up. Go ahead into some gate openers. Make these nice and gentle. Again, you want to be a stretch. You don't really need to go super fast. Get your heart rate going. We're gonna work with these for about 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna get into some arm circles. Make these nice and slow. You can get a nice big twist in. About 5 more seconds, and then we're going to go backwards. And go ahead and switch. And then whenever you're satisfied with those, we're going to get back into those side stretches. We're going to repeat what we did at the beginning, but a little bit faster. And then go ahead, circle around just like we did at the beginning. Still spend some time on each foot if that feels good. Stretch out each hamstring. And then go ahead into some side lunges real quick. Just do about 5 each side. And now we're gonna get into our hip opener. Either down, pushing your knees apart, or planting your hands and rocking back and forth. And then go ahead, straighten your legs. Gonna spend a second here. Some more hamstring work. And then go ahead, walk back to downward dog. Pedal out your feet here. And then we're gonna do a few downward dog and cobra switches. So go ahead, bring your hips down, stretch out your shoulders. We're gonna do about 3 of these switches. So 1, 2, compress your shoulders up while you switch. So you have a stretch in your back. And then one more time down to cobra. And then back up to down dog. And here we're going to bring our right leg up to the ceiling. And here you can open up your hips if this feels good for you. Roll your ankle out, or you can just keep it hovering. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring that knee up and plant that foot between your hands. And go ahead and bring that knee down to the floor. We're gonna hang out here, stretch out our quad and our hip for about 15 seconds. And then when you're ready, we're going to slowly move back to a half split. And we're going to do some switching back and forth. Try and flex your foot at the top gently to get a little stretch in this calf. And we're going to keep up with these switches for about 20 more seconds. Make them nice and gentle, but try and get in a good stretch and go a little teeny bit further each time. About 10 more seconds here, and then we're gonna pop this knee up and go into a high lunge, work on some balance. And go ahead, bring that foot, tuck that toe under. Once you have a good solid foundation, go ahead and bring yourself up. You can rest your hands here, or if it's available to you, go ahead and bring your hands up, work on some balance. Gonna hang out here for about 20 seconds. Keep feeling that stretch in this quad and this hip. Really keep this leg engaged. Press this hip forward a little bit to feel a little bit more of a stretch. About 5 more seconds here. And then go ahead and twist this foot back. And we're going to open up to Warrior 2 and feel a stretch here. Really keep this leg engaged. Going to stay here for about 15 more seconds. And go ahead and bring your hands back down around your foot. You can go ahead and bring this foot back to meet the other. And then we're going to walk either our hands or our feet forward or back into a forward fold. And then we're gonna bring ourselves up slowly from a forward fold down into a chair pose. So go ahead, turn this way a little bit. Go ahead and bring yourself up nice and slowly. You want to be able to see your toes, keep your chest nice and open. And then we're going to twist, and you can hook one elbow to open up your chest. Feel a stretch right around here. And we're gonna hold this for about 15 more seconds. Go ahead and twist a little bit further if you can. Nice and gentle, but still stretch out that side. And then go ahead and straighten those legs. Bring yourself back into a forward fold. I'll turn this way. And go ahead, bring yourself into another downward dog. And we're gonna do the same thing with the other leg. Go ahead and bring the opposite leg up into three-legged dog. You can open up your hip, move your foot around, or just let it hover. And then go ahead and move into a low lunge. And we're going to hang out here for a little while and stretch out that other quad. About 30 seconds here. Try and make the stretch a little bit deeper if you can. Lean forward just a little bit, maybe about 5 seconds. And then we're going to do some switches from low lunge into half split. So go ahead, bring your hips back, flex your foot at the top, and then go forward, stretch out your quad, stretch out that hamstring and calf. And we're gonna work with these switches for about 30 seconds. About 10 more seconds here. And then we're gonna pop that knee up, go into our high lunge. And go ahead and bring yourself back to low lunge. Tuck your toe under, bring the knee up. Give yourself a nice solid foundation in your feet. And go ahead, bring yourself up. You can balance here or bring your arms up if that is available for you. Keep up with that. We're gonna hold this for about 20 more seconds, but I am going to switch so that you can see me. Which leg can I have forward? Okay. About 10 more seconds here. And go ahead, swivel that foot. I'm going to open up to a warrior two. So really feel the stretch in this leg. Keep this leg nice and engaged. Sink down a little bit lower if you can. You're gonna stay here for about 10 more seconds. And go ahead and bring your hands back down around your foot. We are going to bring that foot back. We have this. And we're going to go into chair, twisting the other way. So go ahead, walk your feet up. And we're going to go from forward fold into a chair, nice and gently. So go ahead. Bring your hips back. Feet down, see if you can see your toes. And then go ahead and hook the other way. Whichever way you didn't before. Feel a nice stretch in your side. I'm gonna hold this for about 15 more seconds. Twist a little bit deeper if you can. return to a regular chair. And we're just going to lower down nice and gently into a seated position. Go ahead, bring your legs out as far as you can, as far as is comfortable. They don't have to be this far, they can be farther, or they can be closer. And we're going to hold some stretches for about a minute each. So go ahead and walk down to one foot, and we're going to focus on one hamstring. Try and keep your foot nice and flexed. Get into your calf. And try and sink a little bit deeper every time you breathe out. We've got about 30 more seconds here, and then we're going to move on to our other leg. Go ahead and rock yourself up gently. We're going to turn towards the other leg and then sink down, flex your foot, stretch out your calf, and we're going to hang out here for about a minute. Walk down the middle, nice and gently, as far as you can, comfortably. Scoot back a little bit, just in case. And we're going to hang out here, feel a nice stretch along the inside of your leg. Keep your legs relaxed. Butterfly, scooch your butt forward a little bit if you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, and you can lean forward, you can push your legs down a little bit with your elbows, whatever feels good. About 10 more seconds here. Try and relax your head. Sink down a little bit deeper. And then we're going to sit up. You can keep your legs in the butterfly position if you want to, or you can just sit crisscross. We're going to bring one arm across our chest. Try not to let your shoulder start to move up towards your ear. Try and feel a nice stretch right around here. Keep this for about a minute. Sit up nice and straight. Out your tricep. Gently release. And to finish off, we're going to do a side stretch each side for about 30 seconds. So go ahead and walk, hand out. Try and keep both hips on the floor and just stretch over to one side. Keep your chest nice and open. Sink a little bit deeper. About 10 more seconds here. And then walk gently back into the middle. And we're gonna walk the other arm out. And bring the other arm over, keep both hips on the floor, and we're gonna stay here about 30 seconds. Try and sink a little bit deeper, bring your hip down towards the floor. back up gently. Gonna bring both hands up. Stretch as far as you can. Bring both down on the floor. Stretch your shoulders back. Get into your back. And then back to center. All right.